This is showing the two different techniques for hitting backhands depending on the ball height. I call it a roll when I'm hitting the ball below the net height and a flick when it's above. So the pink ball is the roll. This yellow one right here is the flick. In both cases, I like to have the paddle start down or the swing start below the ball. This one makes the ball go faster, has more of an abbreviated swing. So if I'm speeding up at somebody, this one leaves the paddle in a better spot to be able to respond. For this roll, the wrist is not so involved, but the fall through is a little bit more. And actually the swing is from low to high more so than the other one, obviously. With the fall through going up, this imparts topspin. The other one might have a little topspin depending on how much my wrist twists while also flicking through. Both of these can be used not only when your opponents are at the kitchen line, but also when they are anywhere further back in the court. I actually find it advantageous to mix in both of these when people are back. I find that the flick, since it hits the ball harder and with less spin, seems to cause more unforced errors than the roll shot. Before this year, I used to try to roll almost all of these balls above the net. And I found that especially outdoors with any kind of wind, I was making way too many errors. So I made a concentrated effort this year to practice and implement the flick for any balls above the net. I used to think the roll was the end all be all best shot for everything. I'm now 100% convinced it is not for balls that are above the net height. I think the flick is easier to master, although I think both are necessary if you're going to play higher level pickleball. A few keys. Starting with the paddle below the ball is key. Sometimes in a game I don't have time to get the paddle low, which would mean I'm most likely not going to be successful, especially if I'm rolling the ball. Another is notice the wrist lag for the flick, whereas with the roll shot there is no wrist lag. The wrist gets set back a little bit and pretty much stays there. The upward motion is very key for the roll shot to impart that spin to help keep it in. One note I like is to think that if this is a speed up, you want it to land in bounds. This top spin definitely helps that stay in bounds. I suggest practicing these on the wall. You get a benefit of efficiency of getting lots of shots, plus the additional benefit of the ball comes right back to you, so you will be ready for a reply counterattack in a game. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more and comment below with any questions.